Hello everyone. Welcome. Hakkinen Series USA Grand Prix. We got 12 drivers in currently. We might expect a couple more. And we have tricky track, USA, big tyre wear track. But we should have an interesting race to see, hopefully. Just me tonight. No Peaky Cat. Preoccupied with some Christmas festivities, but hopefully that's okay. I'm really quiet. 1, 2, check. That's better, I imagine. Thanks, Serial. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for letting me know. I hope that's better. Let me know if it is. Yeah, I think we're all good. Hello. Alright, we're loading in. Let's go. Testing. Hopefully we're all good. Alright. Almost everybody ready to go. We have 13 drivers in the end. Alright. 30 seconds remaining, people just choosing their tyres. Balanced is usually the way you want to go around here, but you can really make your own choice. You do burn through those tyres though, and it's very easy to spin here, especially through that middle sector. So we just have Big Holly choosing their tyre setup, and we are good to go for qualifying. We are hoping that my microphone is louder now. Serial is racing, so hopefully not watching too much of the stream. But yeah, who are we going to have out first? We got Snickers in the Viking, in the Mercedes. I just love the sound of your voice. Thanks, Serial. Have you on while I race? Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate that a lot, man. Yeah, we'll make sure to see your spectacular performance today, I'm sure. Yeah, so you have my full encouragement for the race ahead. Looks like we got a few people coming out. We got a Mercedes. But is that Turt up ahead? No. It's Big Holly. I'm not sure who it is. A-Lock. A-Lock is out first. Let's get some of the deets up that everybody loves. Alright. So yeah, the high gears through here, I think is the key. It's very tricky. High speed, big sweeping corners, big traction zones, and then a huge back straight that A-Lock is about to enter onto in the beautiful Williams blue and black there. So you need the low downforce here while you're overtaking, usually, down into this big braking zone. Another tricky section through here. Lots of places to get things wrong. You have a nice balance set up for this one. So we will see what everyone ends up with. Let's watch on board with A-Lock. second one as well, so he'll have to come straight back in. Okie dokie, well, that's knackered that then. Who's next? Snickers. So Snickers comes around, keeps it inside track limits, very good. Cuts that one nicely, uses 4 all the way around there. Snickers was leading the Mansell Series race here for most of the lap, so he definitely knows how to string laps together. Very consistent. And, very quick on the straights too, so no slouch at all through this first sector though. Actually, yes, too good there. Almost runs foul of the line. Gets a nice exit through there. He straight lined it a little more than you'd like, but it's okay. And onto the big straight, the blinding light. This is God's chosen straight here. Of course, the land of the land of the chosen people, America. God's favourite. There you go. And then very tidy through here. It's going well. It's putting in a good lap. Purple sector. Double purples. Oh, a little bit of the sausage, but that's alright. Keeps it tight through here. Double apex. No, too tight. Oh, it was looking so good. Oh, that is a real shame there for Snickers. Very nice looking lap. We have coming through just behind that Noxie. It was Noxie second time, going in first on the board. There we go, Noxie up into a provisional pole, but of course the first person to set a time. Who else do we have? We have Manor? Sure. 05 coming across with a 137. And up in second place right now. Who is that? That's just across the line. Not sure. Jay Fuley come across the back corner. Jay Fuley, sorry, I've messed it up again. I am too much in the habit. Jay Fuley there with a 135.5 and a purple last sector, so could be slightly more downforce set up there for Jay Fuley. Also going to have Romaldino across the line now. 122 could be a double out there. Turn there. Bit serial invalidating it coming in. Sorry to see that happen, Serial, but there's always time for another few. Wild across the line now with a 136, puts them into third. And Aussie Dude coming across now. Just to start, so we will follow on for a full lap with that Aussie Dude. Using the second gear through there. Keeping the traction very much in 7 through here. Good job. Very tidy. Gets a little wide there, but cuts back nicely. Purple in the first sector. Some yellow flags all over. The cockpit sound is so much louder than anything else. Yeah, it really is. I wonder if I could change that with audio settings. Is that... I don't even know what it would be effects, right? See if that's better. I think that might make everything quieter though. No, that's a little better anyway. Yeah, look, it's pretty rough, you're right. It's pretty loud. Aussie Dude, though, purple in the middle sector too, keeping it very clean through here. I think we'll just stick with cockpit for now. Get used to this kind of sound. keeping it not as tight as possible through there, but maintaining the speed. Not cutting all the final corner, but comes across the line, and that's good enough for 5th with a 138 or 135.8. While also coming across to start a new one. Yeah, the whole sound setup is pretty rad. You almost need 2 volumes for each car or each camera. While doing a pretty good job through here in the Ferrari. This is the corner I always struggle at the most. Not just because of the blinding light, but getting the power down nice and even. Noxie puts it up to the pole with a 134.9, the first to crack the 134.9. Very good stuff. We got a little bit of traffic ahead for a while, so it needs to get this clean. Is 4.5 tenths down from the previous time, so making big improvements here. This will be good enough for 3rd place right now. Oh, and another spin. Very unfortunate. That's the 2nd driver we've seen. Oh, very good job from Wild there to back off. As we see Aussie dude coming around as well. And Aussie dude falling into the pit. So there we go. Wild was on for a very tidy lap there though. That was going to be a 4th place at least before that spin. So we know that the pace is there. Snickers also got caught out there, but has managed to find their way back to the top with a 134.122 to go on provisional pole. We only just had someone crack the 134s, and we may have Snickers approaching the 133s pretty much immediately, so track is ramping up a little bit, you would imagine. Let's have a look at Serial, who is listening to the stream as we speak, so let's see if we can put them off sufficiently. Using the full extent of the track there. Keeping it pretty tight through there. Short shifting there is usually the answer, so you want to be exiting in 4th. If you're struggling a lot, you can even chuck in 5th and just straight line it. So if you are listening, Serial, next time you're going through there, try and chuck a upshift just as you're exiting the corner. We will check back in with the next lap and see. We got the Viking. Viking looking to get some overtakes on those long straights. We see there fastest through the sector with the most flat to floor driving, so cars are super loud and I'm super quiet. It's a disaster. Let's have a go at this, right? Let's turn this down. Did that do anything? Let's turn it down a little bit more. Let's turn it down in the settings and just get it as low as possible. Let's go that. Let's see how we go with this. Alright, let me know if that's better. Let me know if you can hear me alright. My mic is up absolutely full. Heaven now. Oh, that is fantastic. Heaven now, that's a very... It must be very good to have that kind of review from Snickers, so... I think we've hit the nail on the head here. Alright, 5 minutes remaining. People going to want to be checking out their final lap, seeing when they're going to be leaving to avoid traffic, all those sorts of things. We got a few already on. Jay Fully, Ronaldinho, Big Holly, Turt, we can check out. Is, I think, warming up the tyres, maybe. And, Munor, yep, 05. With an invalid lap currently, but the time is there to go again. Who else is going to need to go? Snickers potentially could just not bother. 8/10 is a hell of a gap. So there's always that possibility. Save the tyres. Big Holly now on a lap. Coming through these very quick S-bends. 7th is good through there. Very nice through there too. Running a little bit more over that curve than you need to, but purple in the first sector. Very smooth. This is looking quite decent from Big Holly. Let's check the exit onto the back straight. Down into second. Oh, really don't need to be going into second there. It's really making it tricky. Let's check out Serial, who's on an outlap. Let's check back with Serial. Jay Fully just behind Serial though, with a purple first sector. It's ramping up. Serial needs to look out. He does. Wonderful. Jay Fully now in second too, but keeping it a lot more controlled through there. On the DRS immediately. The light is not as blinding anymore. Noxie about to come out. Just leaving the pits now. Jay Fully looking so tidy and in control of this one. Purple second sector, 4/10 down on their last time. Not good enough to be challenging Snickers, but definitely good enough for second right now. Huge amounts of grip through there. Taking it all the way out. 34.6. Very good. Good enough for second. Not good enough to challenge Snickers. So we'll have to see if Noxie can beat it. Serial now on one. Well, a lot of people on. Laps all over the place. We will see Ronaldinho crossing the line first. No, that's an invalid one. So we'll be going again. Aussie dude just about to start one. Turt has just finished one. Stays 9th. Wild about to improve here. 135.1. So 4th is about a second off Snickers right now. Very impressive. Who just crossed the line there? Was that Munor Oath? What on earth has happened there? Oh no. I've been booted. Oh, sorry. I will be jumping back in 1 second. This has been happening every race. I just keep getting booted for no reason. We are jumping back in straight away. Dave, welp indeed. This is exactly what's been happening in my races. It just kicks me. It's like, nah, you don't get to. We will still see the end of quali though. There's 5 seconds left. Let's super load in there. Super load. Yes. Noxy. On one. Let's check the data. It's looking pretty good. Coming down. Final corner 130. 32. 3. 4. 5.1. So no room for improvement there. Avanti coming across now. Up into third with a 34.9. We got Turt next. No, Turt's coming in. Big Holly is coming in too. Serial. How are we looking? Invalid. No. That is the end of quali. We made it just in time. Snickers on pole. Jay Fully in second. Then Avanti, Noxy, Wild, Ronaldinho, Munir 05. Munir. Big Holly. Aussie Dude Turt, Serial. And then not setting times, DJ Millsy, biking in A-Lock. Well, there you go. That we just made it. Jay Fully, bro, I'm starting P2. Yeah, the Red Bull. It could be. It could just be that this is your track. Jay Fully for the win, maybe. There you go. Front row for Jay Fully. The Red Bull OP. Let's see a good start from you. Well, that is an interesting view. The Alpine. Manor 05. Manor. Yeah, we're going with that. In 7th. I think that's the first race for Manor 05. It's not a name I recognise, but could be a name change. Lots of drivers are ready to go. Hopefully it's not accidentally put me in a car because I've disconnected. We will see. Just waiting on a few plays. As always, if you're watching the stream, you want to get involved in a race, head to globalracingesports.com, sign up for one, just get involved in some open lobbies too. We got lots of stuff to do. And you can also see our sponsors there, Sully's Shirts, Sim Racing SA, and Shutter Media. Thanks to those people for helping us put these on. We are going to be jumping in. It's got the... yes. Oh no, I am in a car. Unfortunate. You say no, I don't want to drive. That's right, we will... I'm not sure what we're going to do. We certainly won't do the formation lap. Alright, we will do the formation lap. This is unfortunate. We're just gonna have to let the AI do my formation lap, and then I will leave. Which does mean that we can't see people as they go around. And it means, yeah, I've got to come up with something to talk about. It's got some speed, yeah. Some speed indeed. Sneaky entry. Yeah, I would like to race for sure, but there is commentary that needs to be done. You, however, Dave, could jump in and get involved in a league. You could do a sneaky entry and get the dub. What's your excuse? Join today. We saw a few people get disqualified as well in the formation lap. They were getting some rough. A child, true. Yep. Okay. That's a very, very good excuse. I mean, it's not even an excuse, is it? It's just the reality. Yep. That's the excuse. Yeah. Some open lobbies, though. You could do that. We see we had a car go off just there. Hopefully my AI does not cause it any trouble. Although it seems like it might be. Not sure who that was, but I'm sorry. The AI is a bit notorious in this game for being hard to overtake. I can't imagine it being any easier in the formation lap. Alright, here we go. We're coming around. It's about to be over. I think I've beaten half the grid to the formation lap finish. But we will let it park us nice and slowly. Yep. A little further, little further. Perfect. My sound isn't working. Alright, hopefully that does not cause a safety car. We have found somewhere to pull over. The race has begun. Aussie dude making up a spot there on Cyril, who's moved up to Snickers with a 2/10th gap through the first sector. No problems with the safety car. Viking picking up another spot. He's a little behind, but we'll probably make that time back up. DJ Millsy also picking up a spot on Turt. We have a bit of a train and a few scraggly stragglers right at the back. Turt and Millsy. Ooh, that is some respectful room left there. Nice little attempt up the inside, I suppose. We got Aussie dude as well just behind, looking at all these cars that are bunched up. You'd never want to be going around here though and see somebody sideways on the track. It makes it real difficult, so kind of got to not stay too close, just like we see Serial here sideways on the track, so we'll find themselves down in 14th. Got to be backing off a little bit through there on the first few laps with full fuel. Avanti now just staying inside that 1 second gap to the front two. Full on softs. Let's bring up the deeps too. There we go. So most people on the mediums. Avanti looking the cleanest of the top three through here. Oh, runs a little wide though. Wild gonna try and look to get an advantage out of that. Manal on the soft tires, trying to make some progress. He's quite close to Big Holly here, as 1 second gaps are forming at the front. He's going to want to be making it up past Big Holly. Takes it up the inside. Again, space left by both drivers. Very, very tricky to start on softs here because you got to really make the most of them, and then it's a long road to the end of the race. Somebody's come a cropper. That is... who is that? Jay Foley? No. Oh, Jay Foley. You can't be spinning like that on the racing line. That's some scary stuff right there. It's gonna spin again here. Come on, man. Tires are hot. You gotta be chill. Serial as well with a spin. It's chaos at the back. Snickers now with a 2.5 second gap. We got Wild, Avanti, Noxie, Ronaldinho all chasing third, or all chasing second, really. And then Big Holly holding up the soft tyre runner Manor 05, somebody on the dirt there, Daniel Ricciardo style. The people behind are going to be upset with that. 3 seconds the gap now Snickers has got. Much better exit here for these soft tyres. Using the energy, has the rear wing open, and that is going to be the end of that one. The soft tyres making some progress. Very nice stuff. Wild really coming down hard on Avanti. Noxie as well staying close, so this battle is heating up. We will probably see some moves happen soon. Once people's ERS starts to wane, we got 50% on Noxie, 65 on Wild, and 65-ish on Avanti. Snickers sitting on a healthy 50, that's not bad at all. We see a little bit further down the pack, A-Lock in 9th on hard tyres, chasing down Aussie Dude on some hards, and both doing a good job of staying at the back of Big Holly, who is of course on the mediums. We would expect to see Manor 05 pitting within a few laps. These soft tyres do not tend to last very long at all. Jay Foley now choosing to go on the hards. These tyres may go to the end, but it will be a struggle. Perhaps not the best idea, but a safety car is always possible. Wild there with a very nice line. Really putting the pressure on Avanti. Noxie using 4th through there, which I like. Keeping the gears high. Little lift through here, but keeping it tight. This is promising stuff. We see Manor 05 on the soft tyres battling with Aussie Dude, who manages to hold it around the outside. What a move there from Aussie Dude. Manor, though, not willing to give up on it super easy. Finds himself exposed behind, though, as the hard tyres are coming on, and those softs are definitely coming off. They are probably just about done. Maybe another lap or two, but you would expect A-Lock to be getting this position soon. With full fuel, those soft tyres are just not going to be able to last. We can see, look at the grip difference here. All over the back of Manor 05. So we had yellow flags for a second there, but no safety car coming out. Noxie also close to the back of Wild now. Battles all over the place. Wild looking to the inside, not willing to commit on anything just yet, but sometimes it's enough to throw off the driver in front, make them take a slightly different line, and then sail on through. These three drivers, though, just pushing it to the absolute max right now. Snickers, though, keeping that 3-second gap. A beautiful exit there from Noxie as we have yellow flags. for Manor, who needs to come into the pits right now. Those softs will be done, especially after lining them up to 110. He's going to make that choice. It's a good one, I think. Hards are the answer. And then see how you go. You can see just how aggressive Wild is with the steering wheel there. Pretty scary stuff. But using all the traction available to push as hard as possible. It's looking like Wild is definitely the most aggressive of the three drivers on the turn-in. Noxie's definitely got much smoother setup at the moment, possibly some extra downforce. But Avanti looking very quick too to keep these guys behind with the DRS. Serial with a 3-second time penalty. The first that we find for ourselves after 6 laps. It's a long race, this one. It's a long lap, and it's a lot to remember. Concentration is key. It's always possible to pick up a few spots just for not getting a penalty. I like Noxie's line through there, it really opens up this straight. We can see 5/10 the gap between these 3 cars right now. Noxie definitely losing out in the straight line. Gaining so much back through here though, look at how much closer. Wild right on the edge of that grip, I think. You can see from Noxie's perspective just how sharp that Ferrari is turning in. It's very aggressive. It's cool though, it's working. It's working really well. Might even be working too well. Wild up the inside. Gets the line. Has the outside for this next one. Could hang it around the outside. No, goes to cut back. Does get the cut back. Isn't going to get the drive. Can go for a double switch back. Does have the better line through here too. Noxie trying to replicate it and take it a little bit wider. Noxie with a very good exit. Both the cars, Avanti and Wild, going wide there. Wild going wide. Oh my god, I can't do it. Noxie though keeping it clean, so they probably picked up penalties for that, or warnings at least. Noxie keeping it clean, keeping the tyres looking nice. This is a good battle to watch. We got to go check on A-Lock real quick, who's making a move up the inside of Aussie Dude. Little snap of the oversteer. But it's another battle a bit further down. This one's for 7th. Wild all over the back now. 1/10 this gap is. There's got to be some sort of move happen soon. See just how well the Ferrari pulls away. Noxie also burning the energy, a double overtake possibly. Avanti getting left behind. Noxie going to go for both. No, just makes sure to get the inside line for the next part of this. Avanti trying to hang it back around. Struggling for grip though, slightly. Big old snap. You can see just how much Avanti's needing to lift there, and barely making it around that corner. Barely getting it back for this one. That will be a warning. Cyril picks up another penalty. but has kept in DRS and is using a bit of energy. Snickers now 7 seconds. This battling is obviously helping very much, as we see Manor 05 come a little bit of grass. Has gone on to new tyres, but is struggling maybe with the warm-up. You can see Wild now with 8 seconds. Avanti pretty aggressive on the steering wheel through here too, so it's clear that Noxie has a different approach. Seems to be working well. A-Lock as well, all over the back still, saving the ERS. They're going to catch up to Holly soon, so the hard tyres definitely coming online. The crossover is now. So we got 6 drivers with slower tyres than Aussie Dude, A-Lock and Viking. They will probably be pitting somewhere close to 12 or 11. But obviously the further you go, the fresher your tyres are at the end. So this little battle for second though has just opened up. Avanti struggling to keep pace with them, even though they have the ERS. And Noxie just about keeping in range. Although it does keep just getting to 1 second and coming back, and we'll see how Noxie manages to close this up through Sector 1. We have a battle here between A-Lock and Aussie Dude. This is not somewhere you want to go side by side through. Aussie Dude trying, finding all kinds of angles, not managing to get it to defend though. Yeah. Needs to make sure that he doesn't lose the DRS here, which with a little bit of the energy use has managed to do so. The battle is still on. Really has closed up there. Was 9/10, so that was what, like a half second gained just on that straight. Aussie Dude running a heap of top speed. Yeah, really struggling through. Oh, yeah, you can see where that difference in gap is, and obviously as the tyres get older it will just get harder and harder for Aussie Dude to control. Let's see, the gap has come up above 1 second now, using the energy on the straight to try and bring it back. It's not going to happen though, as we look at Noxie, who is still giving chase to Wild. Avanti has fallen completely off the back now, almost 3 seconds. Noxie smooth and clean through here. Wild just overdoing the corners a little bit, but definitely has the more aggressive setup. A lot of wheel spin there. We see the light come on though, so Wild under 10%. Noxie with a slight battery advantage. This is pretty much the closest battle we have right now. Aussie Dude just fallen off the back of A-Lock. So A-Lock seems to be the faster. Oh, as I say now, Aussie Dude after the straight has closed up a lot. Although we do have a spin, so Aussie Dude has spun. That will hurt the tyres. It doesn't make it impossible. Wild has chosen to pit first, 10 laps. That will be the end of the close battles for now. So we'll have a look at some strategy. Turt has gone on to mediums. They may go to the end, but they will be falling off a little bit as Turt wisely keeps out of the way there. Does park it on the apex, however, which is unfortunate, but coming out of the pits, there's not much you can do. Snickers does well, though, to pick the right line. Oh, that wasn't Snickers, that was Viking. We haven't seen the Viking much this race. Has been having a bit of a lonely one. Finds himself 6 seconds off A-Lock and has picked up the spot on Aussie Dude due to that spin. But other than that, hasn't really been battling much. Serial with another penalty. I believe that's 9 seconds now, if I'm not mistaken. Jay Foley with 3. So they are starting to come in now. We're about halfway, or approaching halfway. So it's inevitable that people will start making mistakes. Viking on the hard tyres, which I think is probably the best strategy around here. You see a bunch of people pitting. Noxy going on the hards. Avanti as well. Same with A-Lock. A-Lock is still out, sorry. Same with Viking. So Snickers choosing to do the longer stint. Had 8 seconds. Aloha. I appreciate that, but it's all good, my friend. Yeah, there you go. Some spam. Lovely. Yeah, Snickers had 8 seconds gap here, so I mean, really needs to not stay out too long. 12 laps is probably a pretty decent time to come in. Could go another. Really depends how Snickers is feeling with the lap times. Doesn't seem to be losing too much though. Is going to come in though. Nice pit entry too. Very clean. That's a tricky pit entrance. Lots of people understeering into that wall, including me. I've done that. Just ahead, but actually behind, we have Serial, who's 13th. Turt, who's been lapped quite a few times, or by quite a few people. So we do, oh, okay, we have Snickers and A-Lock getting very close on exit there. Snickers, obviously on the new tyres, wants to be in first here, but does have the slower, or the colder tyres. So this grip is going to be a tricky one. Very good for Snickers to stay in front here though, doesn't want to get held up. Probably could have waited for DRS, but that's also fine. Doesn't want A-Lock to overtake here, but A-Lock has plenty of energy saved up and is going to use it. So this could be very bad for Snickers. Seems to have the pace to hold this off, but it is the gap coming down and down and down. If you Snickers, that's not a good situation. Does hold it around the outside pretty cleanly. So the tyres are up to temp now. And your race leader has pit and come out back in first. And we are officially halfway through the race, so Snickers will gap A-Lock very quickly here. We have Wild behind all of these cars. So that 8-second window that Snickers had has been filled with 3 cars now for these battling for second. Wild though getting a healthy source of speed from the DRS. Same with Noxie. Ronaldinho now catching up to the back of Avanti, the 2 Alfa Romeos. Could be some drafting going on here, which is always good if you can help your teammate out. Oh, as we just see Ronaldinho going slightly too far over that first one. But keeping the rest of the lap quite tidy through sector 1, cutting the right amount of corner. 5th gear on exit there is very good, I think. That's really helping the stability. Ronaldinho putting together some nice corners there. Wild making a move on Aussie Dude. These are of course the old tyre runners that Wild is desperately trying to get by. Really does need to, because this is all time where Noxie can sit around and save the energy. You can see how much more stable Noxie looks around that corner. We do have Viking pulling away into the pits. Aussie Dude looking to fake the Viking, but then decides to stay out. Wild will get this overtake happening. The grippier, fresher hards are going to come into effect down this next part. 15 laps is what that Aussie Dude has put into these hards, so they're not completely dead, but they are approaching the end. As you can see, Noxie through this sector is so quick. All over the back of that Aussie Dude. Ideally wants to swing this one right around. Best possible exit. So close onto the back of that Aussie Dude already. Almost approaching the pass before the DRS even comes on. And that will be a pass, although battling back. You gotta favour the fresher tyres though. Aussie Dude looking to hold it. Does go slightly deep. Controls it nicely there. Noxie chooses to go for a miniature cutback. Doesn't quite land it, but all this time Wild is gapping slowly and slowly, getting away from that Aussie Dude. So this is not good for Noxie. Needs to get past before they lose touch, but Aussie Dude is going to pit, hoping to stay out and get an overcut on the Viking, or at the very least stay in the same spot as Serial PK will pick up a penalty. Aussie Dude will come in for the mediums to go to the end. And Snickers is about 14 seconds clear of Wild at this point, coming up on the back of Serial to lap for the first time, maybe? Has already just lapped Turt, I believe. Could even be the second time, I'm not sure. This has been a weird one. Eight tenths is the gap. Ronaldinho close to Avanti too, keeping that drafting going on. We see the Viking with that undercut has closed right on to the back of that Aussie Dude, has the DRS, has the ERS, has low downforce setup, and will zoom past. and the gap will be big enough to easily make that corner. Shuts the door as well. Aussie Dude will stay close though. 1 lap fresher tyres, but it's probably not going to make the biggest difference. This is the battle. Noxie and Wild for second place. A-Lock will need to pit again. Probably needs to go to softs at this point. Unfortunate. Wild has picked up a 3-second penalty, which makes Noxie's job a lot easier. That is pretty much handing over second place. You never know though, Noxie might be on 2 warnings as well, so it's always worth driving your very best to the end. Ronaldinho still using Avanti for a bit of a slipstream, some free DRS. Aussie Dude keeping all over the back of the Viking as well. So we'll see here what kind of speed difference we're looking at. 3 seconds of penalties for Manor 05. As we see a little bit of lock up there from Viking. Nothing major though. See both these drivers very clean on their lines. They're pretty much driving identical laps right now. Aussie Dude's picking up a much faster time, a second down on their previous best. Goes very deep there, just misses the Viking. Could I join? Well, I'm glad you asked, F1 champ. Yes, you absolutely could join and can join. Yeah, that is absolutely possible. We are Global Racing. Go to globalracingesports.com and you can check out the leagues we got. And yeah, if you're really interested, get involved. I will send you my... Do you have like Discord or... yeah, Discord. If you have Discord, I can send you my name, and we can, I can add you, or you can add me, and then I can get you involved. Either that, or I will post a, or as we see, Aussie Dude just losing it there. A-Lock comes into the pits. Yeah, no, I can. We have a Discord that we can invite you to, and that's how you join. Or Facebook, or Steam. What platform do you play on, my friend? A-Lock coming out on the soft tyres. In 7th place, looking to make maximum impact, just ahead of the Viking, so that's very good. Not too far up the road is Big Holly. As Noxie still sitting just behind Wild, doesn't need to overtake, as Cyril very politely obeys the blue flags and moves to the side. Noxie doesn't need to overtake here. Snickers will get first without a crash, and Wild will get third. Noxie will get second, so no reason to freak out. The two Alfa Romeos just losing contact with each other for this straight. Ronaldinho will probably look to push, get back into range. Both of these guys need to work together to get maximum points here. Big Holly and A-Lock as well, both in the Williams, just behind. wanting to work together too. A-Lock especially wants to have a crack at these alphas. And then we have the two medium tire runners, the alternate strat boys, the Viking and that Aussie dude. Jay Fully as well is closing up on the back of DJ Millsy. Has a penalty though, so... And both on very old hards. Serial that we just saw with the front three going past and lapping. On medium tyres though, with a bunch of penalties. And Turt as well on the 5 lap hold softs, which are going to struggle to go to the end as Serial with another penalty. It's a tricky old track, this one. Very difficult to stay in the lines. Noxie now closing up. 4/10 is the gap. DRS activated. Yeah, F1 champ. If you have Discord, let me know your Discord name or your ad. If you got Facebook, I'll send a link or something. Like, just let me know. Turt pitting now, going on to 9 lap old mediums, apparently. Choose a choice. Noxie now, again, just staying patient, doesn't need to do anything crazy. Not really getting caught. Has opened up 6/10 over the last maybe 5 laps to these Alfa Romeos. Aussie dude closing up to the Viking. These two obviously on very similar strategies. Aussie dude though, I'm not sure has the straight line speed to get past the Viking, so might need to get a little creative in Sector 3. Maybe look up the inside somewhere. Or could also just look to get a great exit and try your best, but Viking speed about midway through 6th just starts pulling away. Seems every track the man is just able to race with no downforce on. See the red light flashing though, so Viking is using some energy for this. It's a bit of a waiting game. Aussie dude needs to keep burning Viking's energy and saving as much as possible. Noxie saving some too, is currently on 35%. Has DRS every lap, so it doesn't need to use too much. It's basically getting pulled along here by Wild. It's got all the speed of the twitchier setup without any of the risk. Ronaldinho though is staying close to Avanti, and it is coming back down a bit, Avanti to Noxie, but with only another 5 laps remaining, it's going to be pretty difficult. A-Lock though will pick up a spot at the very least on Ronaldinho, and will want to get past ASAP to get a crack at Avanti and look for a 4th place. That is going to be very important for the Williams Constructors bid. As we see Wild there getting overtaken finally. Has a ton of the ERS, a lot more than Noxie, but probably doesn't need to use it. Wild just needs to focus on Avanti at this point. Try and steal as much of the DRS from Noxie. Avanti's going to want to be getting a move on with it. 5.9 the gap came down to. So the race is on. Aussie dude staying patient behind the Viking. You can see though the extra grip from these soft tyres. As A-Lock going to make a move down the inside. Very half-hearted move there. Was a little far back. And again, doesn't quite have the drive. Does go for it anyway. Ronaldinho goes very wide. He's going to have a crack. Did look like that look up the inside into the final corner was a little late from A-Lock. Definitely could have gone for it. Just looked like sort of tried it and then thought about it and didn't fully commit. But we can see just how quicker these, or how much quicker these softs are, has already caught up to the back of Avanti. Has already almost gone past, but a little bit of a spin there. Keeps it pretty controlled. So will be able to give chase once more, but that is unfortunate. Big gap now opened up for Wild. Opened up 6/10 on Avanti, so no risk there. Jay fully on the back of DJ Millsy. DJ doing a heroic 22 lap stint on these hard tyres. Jay Fully doing an almost equally heroic 20 laps and still battling it out. This is the type of racing I live for here at Global Racing Leagues. Just two incredibly greedy one-stoppers who went for a super early pit stop and were hoping for a safety car. You can see just how far Jay Fully needs to take that corner to keep in track limits. They're both doing a pretty fantastic job here though. They must be well into this 60% tyre wear category soon at least, so A-Lock closing back up. 4/10 is the gap to Ronaldinho. Does not have DRS this lap. A-Lock pushing, but not quite being able to gain it. The softs are not going to get you much straight line speed, but they will help you through here as the gap already comes down to 4/10. I think A-Lock potentially needs to think about sending it up the inside of that left-hander. Both the Alphas leaving an absolute double doors worth of space there. Little snap there. A-Lock super close at this point, burning the energy. I mean, this could be the chance. Doesn't have it though. Goes for it anyway. Gets a good line. Ronaldinho pushed as far out as possible. Same move. A-Lock. Sorry, I'm tired. Same move that A-Lock already pulled off. Needs to not spin this time. And again, is already onto the back of Avanti, so A-Lock has the chance here. Oh, I need another yawn, I think. Here we go. A-Lock has the DRS. Viking closing up on Big Holly. The DRS is helping in this battle, that's for sure. Let's see if A-Lock manages to close up as much of a delta there as you would think. I mean, it does pick up almost 4/10 there. Big snap. A-Lock needs to be incredibly careful. You know, 7 laps. That is a hell of a soft tyre stint. They are probably shot at this point. It's going to be real tricky to get this one over the line. Still has the grip advantage, as we can see, but just doesn't have the stability left anymore. It's very tricky to lean on him, especially through Sector 3. DRS again though. As we see Snickers out in front with a 23-second gap at this point. Let's just take in the beauty of a Snickers lap for a little bit. Let's hide everything. With the blue helmet there that Snickers enjoys. It's a nice look. Suits the Merc. It's absolutely resounding drive here from Snickers. Pretty much perfect. As we've had a spin, Ronaldinho, no. Look out. Loses a few spots. Makes sure not to clip any of the wing. But Ronaldinho down into 9th. That leaves Avanti with no wingman, but A-Lock is 1.3 seconds. Struggling here, I'm tired. A-Lock with the spin, no good. That will be Avanti safe for the remainder of the race. This is where the real battle is happening now. Aussie Dude and the Viking. Viking's actually closing up on Big Holly, so... As Snickers has spun, but it does not matter. Just as I am complimenting Snickers on the perfection of this performance, it does spin, but still the gap is 24 seconds. So that says something about how dominant Snickers looked today. Very clean drive indeed, right up until the end there. And comes across the line. In first place, Noxie will secure second with a careful drive and a patient drive behind Wild. Wild will just pick up third, although needs to do well in these last few corners. Avanti closing up here. Does have a 3-second penalty. So Wild in third, Avanti in fourth. A-Lock will end up in 5th. Big Holly with a 15 lap stint on hards goes in 6th. And Viking in 7th. We will then have Ronaldinho. And then, surprisingly enough, we've got the likes of DJ Millsy with 26 laps on their hard tyres. And Jay Foley with 24 laps. Craziness. Serial Peak Gayer with the 4-lap old softs will come across the line with a bunch of penalties, it has to be said. Serial was struggling to keep it in limits today. Was doing well, and then I think there was a point where I started spectating, and I think that's what did it. So probably my fault there. The commentators go, flawless drive, Serial. Yep, that is that's a fair call there. Even I mean, you could say, well, the spin at the end, but like, if you're far enough ahead that you can spin at the end and still win by double digits, then there's not much you can say else. You know, that's just clean stuff. Well done. Forgot my L plates. Oh, cereal, no. You got to be displaying them, you know. It's a rough track. It's a rough track. But there we have it. We have Snickers with the win, Noxie in second, and Wild in third. How many penalties did you end up with, Serial? 15 seconds. Look, it's hard to hard to score points with 15 seconds of penalties, but it's not impossible, you know. No, I think running wide is a absolute nightmare at USA. So there we go. There is the Hakkinen Series USA Grand Prix. It is Mexico next. Coming to the pointy end of the season, we will check in with how the championships are going. Thank you also for the people that followed. Mrs. the Viking following us on Twitch. And F1 Champ 87. Wow, struggling. Had front right wing damage, Serial. So kept through the high speed ones, yeah. Yeah, not much you can do with the damage through there. That does explain it. But yeah, if you tuned in, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you want to race, you know, if you're like F1 Champ 87 who was in the chat earlier, and you're interested, you can see on screen now quite a few different things that you can check out. One of them is obviously the Twitch and the YouTube and the Facebook. But another one is the website. A website which I'm just about to link in the chat for everybody. Once I work out how to do that. Because, you know, I'm not super spicy with these things. We are going slow. There it is. Alright, so this is the link. Go there. It lets you click a bunch of links to join places. Discord is the prime one, but Facebook is also important. If you go on there, just write a post and just say who you are and that you want to join a league, and yeah, I'm on there, I'll sort you out. And so are a bunch of other people that are more than happy to help you. We got different types of races, different types of assist levels, some serious ones, some fun ones. World's your oyster. That's it. Yeah, thanks for watching. And we got a Christmas break, so we'll be back in mid-Jan, I guess, or first week, second week of Jan. Yeah, second week of Jan. So yeah, that's it. That's the last of the year. So I hope you had a good year. Enjoy your Christmas, your holidays, celebrations. Stay safe as always. It's been a good year. Yeah. It's been a good year. It's been a good year for global racing. It's been a good year of league action and fun and banter and competition. So there you go. If you're involved, well done you. Goodbye.